Tonight, there are questions surrounding this New Jersey high school and a possible link to brain tumors.
I want answers. I want to know that there is something or there is nothing there.
Al Lupiano wondered if there was a possible connection after he, his wife, and his sister Angela, all former students, were diagnosed with brain tumors. Al's tumor was discovered 20 years ago. His wife and sister received their diagnosis last August. Angela died this year.
I had recalled two family friends, the Black sisters, had also passed of these brain tumors. That started setting off bells and whistles in my head.
Lupiano made a plea on Facebook, searching for anyone else in the area who had a similar experience. So far, 105 former students and staff connected to Colonia High School say they have been diagnosed with primary brain tumors. About half were cancerous. The cases span 3 decades.
This is a crazy story. It spans 3 decades and tons of people from this school are ending up with this issue. This all started, of course, there you see is Al Lupiano, and he's an environmental scientist and a former student at that school who's telling his story about how connected these things are. So let's look at some of the details here. CBS New York says, fast forward to August of last year. My sister received the news that she had a primary brain tumor herself. And unfortunately, it turned out to be stage 4 glioblastoma. I practiced that, but I messed it up anyway. 2 hours later, we received information that my wife also had a primary brain tumor. And after his sister sadly passed away less than a month ago, Lupiano posted on Facebook calling on all Colonia High School alumni to ask if others had brain tumors, and the response was very shocking. And he said, what I find alarming is that there's truly only one environmental link to primary brain tumors, and that's ionizing radiation. That's not contaminated water, it's not air. It's not something in soil. It's not something done to us due to bad habits. The mayor also jumped in here because he's gonna have to talk about this as well, and he's puzzled. He says it was virgin land, it was woods where the school was built. The high school was the first thing to be there, so there was probably nothing in the ground at the time, is what the mayor John McCormick said. The only thing that could have happened potentially was fill that was brought in during the construction, and we have no records of 55 years ago. So there's gonna be a bunch of environmental testing done on this site to see if there's anything else there. What could have brought this in? I don't know if it's built on ancient burial grounds or some like supernatural thing like that. It's nobody can figure out what it is that's going on. But I don't know what your thoughts are, could be, because everyone's guessing here, Jackson.
Well, yeah, I mean, it had to have been something, that they were exposed to, and you got to keep in mind that it wasn't that long ago that we banned lead being used in pretty much everything. And I mean, the apartment building I live, pretty much, buildings that were for OSHA rules, buildings that were built before like 1975 or somewhere around like the mid 70s, they have to go through these yearly examinations for because there's lead in everything. They built it with lead. So this likely is an issue where they had some type of poisonous chemical in something. And actually, my ex-girlfriend, she didn't go to that high school, but she had a brain tumor. I'm out here in Jersey.
I said, you're in Jersey. I said, this connection and stretch further. I was gonna say, what school?
But she didn't go to that high school, but she went to a school in South Jersey. But just to say, when I first saw the story, it was like, man, that's definitely scary.
Well, this is something that I don't know how widespread this type of stuff is, because who would think of Colonia High School? Maybe there's others like it, and there's some kind of connection there. Maybe those stories will pop up as well, and we'll see what's happening, because that's a very rare, specific form that's hit a very specific community of people.